when I get too bald, because I'm balding like crazy. Look at this hairline, dude. I got that Vegeta hairline. Look at this. My hairline's going Vegeta right now, so when it gets pushed fully back, I'm just gonna go bald. Oh yeah, dude. When I was a young boy. That's what I feel like right now. It's the emo cut.
All right, so we got Michael here today, aka Chinky Sweat.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Sure?
I'll give you the pass, dude.
All right, sick. Sick, and then just from noticing, just like on your hair pattern and stuff, it looks like it's kind of almost just like a natural part, and everything just kind of just flows back right there.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So we're gonna do just like a mid-skin mullet on the sides, blend that into the rest of it. I'm gonna pin it back right now just so we don't cut in any of the length or anything like that. Clean it up around the ears, and then we'll trim everything up back here, and then if there's any flyaways up here, we can kind of trim as well. And then we'll go. Sick. And how long you been out in Austin now?
Next month it'll be a year, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, 2 months it'll be a year. November.
And where are you originally from?
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. More particularly Newport News, aka Bad News. It's like one of the rougher parts of Virginia. It's the Houston of Virginia. Yeah.
And comedy brought you out here?
Yeah, stand up. I visited South by 2022, and they did they recorded 5 Kill Tonys that week. Like 4 or 5 Kill Tonys, like during the day too. So I went to like each one trying to get up, but like the third day I was in Austin, I got pulled onto the stage with Kill Tony. I got pulled out of the bucket, and then Red Band booked me for Secret Show, and then the rest is history, basically.
Oh yeah.
Came back a second time, did it all over again. Got pulled on Kill Tony, got booked on Secret Show. Yeah. Did pretty good on those shows. Made some friends while I was here, and then I was like, yeah. I came back home. I told my wife, yeah, we're moving to Austin. Like immediately, because I was about to quit comedy. Before all that, so I was like, dude, because back home, man, the scene is just not hitting. You know what I mean? It's a one comedy club town. There's not enough work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how long have you been doing stand-up now?
This December will be 10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Been in it for a minute, dog.
For sure.
But it was like a small scene. It was time to go. You know?
No, yeah.
It was time to go, because for about 4 years, I just fucked off. I just messed around. But then I got out here, and then I was like, all right, it's serious.
Yeah, I will say, what better place to be right now?
Yeah, this is the best place to be for comedy right now.
Yeah,
because it can actually happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm at Mothership. I'm meeting all these people. I'm seeing all these people. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I know how to act around famous people, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't know how to act around famous people. Famous comics, people you look up to and shit.
Just got to treat them like everyone else.
That's
all saying. It is. Yeah.
Don't be weird. They'll remember if you're weird.
No, for sure.
You're weird,
or if you're like fanboying out or something like that, or asking for pictures or some shit. It's like, bro, we're eating barbecue right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only person I've legitimately been starstruck, I met a porn star. I met Mandy Muse. Yo, shout out Mandy Muse, dude. I met her, dude. I was like, oh my goodness gracious. I was like, been a fan for years. Oh, dude, she was twerking on me and everything. I'm married. I'm like, yo, chill, bitch.
What got you in the stand-up?
I got locked up in 2013.
Dude, me too.
Yeah, what'd you get locked up for?
Man.
It's about you now.
What didn't I get locked up? Caught a couple DWIs.
Oh, damn, I never
and then a couple drug possessions. So.
Yeah, I got one. I was living with my little brother, and it was just me and my brother. He's 19, I'm 20. We live in an apartment, and I had a couple of roommates, and everybody in the house smokes weed. At the time, weed was illegal in Virginia. It's legal now, conveniently, now that I went through all this hardship.
Yeah, I hear you. Spent all that money, right?
I spent all that money in drug court. Weed is legal. How convenient, thanks. But yeah, dude, the cops, they could just smell weed in your house, and then that gives them like free reign to raid your house, basically. Yeah. So my house got raided. My brother let him in. He didn't know. My brother's just like, oh, the cops are here. I guess I gotta let him in. My brother's autistic, kids. He just let him in. I was sleeping. I get woken up and there's cops in my bedroom. And then they're shaking everything down. They find everything in the apartment or whatever. It was all my roommates' weed. All my roommates had their own eighth. Like, they all had their personal eighth. So I got charged with that.
Oh, man.
And then my homie had just read up. And instead of, like, while we were dealing with the cops, he could have chucked it out the window or something. No, he hid it in the toilet. And, of course, when the cops raided, they found it in the toilet. like up in the little
Like where the tank fills
yeah,
up?
the upper decker. Yeah, the upper decker. That's all he hid in there.
Come on, man. That's amateur hiding spot
I
right
know,
there.
dude. I know. But you know, I didn't snitch on him or nothing. I tried to talk my brother into taking the charge. I was like, dude, none of this weed is my weed. This is my apartment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you take this weed charge right now, because I've already had like 3 weed charges prior to this. I was like, if you take this weed charge right now, my boy, you are only gonna have to stop smoking and take classes. You're not gonna go to jail. You're gonna get a
slap on the wrist.
Yeah, you get the first offenders. So we should definitely use the first offenders. Right. And yeah. And then of course now my autistic brother is a genius, and he's like, nah, I'm not going to. I don't think I'm gonna do that. So I end up like. I'm like, all right, whatever. Nobody's gonna fess up to this. I'm not gonna snitch on my buddy.
Yeah.
So I'll just take the charge and go through drug court all over again. Nah, dude, this was 17 grams. That's a felony at the time. That was a felony possession.
Damn, what was this? A little bit more than a half ounce, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, 3 grams over a half, and it was. But there were scales and stuff in my house. So not a felony.
Intent to distribute and shit like that.
No. It didn't start out as that. It started as felony distribution. So
Ah.
it's like that's like a real drug dealer.
Oh
charge.
yeah.
I'm just like I'm
Like I just sell weed to my friends.
Yeah, I'm a recreational weed smoker. Yeah, I'm selling weed so I can smoke weed for free at this point. I did the remaining 6 days in jail on suicide watch.
Oh no, that's no fun.
It was horrible, dude. Yeah, I was naked, locked in a cell for like 3 days, butt ass naked. The funny thing is, they have like after court, they took me downstairs into the jail or whatever. They just stripped me naked, dude. It was like these 3 big black dudes, 3 big black CO dudes. They're like, all right, sir, we need you to remove your clothes. So I get naked in front of these 3 black dudes. These dudes tell me, all right, I'm butt naked, right? They're like, sir, we need to see your. I'm like, bro, are you serious? So I show them my, and they're like, all right, we need you to flip your upward and show us under your. So I was like, why do I need to do that? They're like, people hide razor blades.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, people hide weapons under their. And I looked at the dudes and I was like, bro, if I had a razor blade under my, you would see it poking out the side. Like there's no hiding anything under my shit. My shit was literally looking like a bowling ball sitting in a beanbag chair, dude. There was no hiding. God, it was so embarrassing. But I like to think those guys like. They've all moved on to different parts of their lives, but every once in a while they'll go sit down at an IHOP or a Denny's or something, and they'll be like, "Yo, you remember that time we had to strip search that Asian guy?" Those dudes have kids and families now, but they're all bonded by that one moment of the lowest point of my life. It's crazy. But yeah, then I started doing stand-up. I was homeless and fresh out of jail. I had nothing left, so I started doing stand-up.
And was it something that you had kind of looked into before, or was it just
People
like a new thing that you were just like, I'm gonna try this out and see how it goes?
Before I got locked up, one of my neighbors, some girls that lived beneath us, they were really cool. We used to get drunk with them all the time and party with them. You know, it's cool when you got cool girl neighbors. You ain't trying to hit them shits, but they're definitely like hanging out with girls is a good hang. That's what it was, basically. They always thought I was funny. They told me I should try stand up at the comedy. They would always mention the comedy club downtown in Newport News. And one day I was just, just homeless kid. Homeless as fuck, nothing to do. I was like, you know what? Let me try this. You know what I mean? It's literally all I have left. Maybe I'm good at. Maybe I can start doing this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it only makes sense. I'm like, literally have tried everything else. I tried selling drugs. I sucked at that. I tried making music. I sucked at that. Let's try stand up.
What's your goals with stand up, man? Like, what's the vision you see for yourself?
Probably like arenas by the time I'm 40 or 50. I'm a high energy animated comic, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You look at the people who sell out arenas, you know what I mean?
And then I'm just gonna go over what we did so far. So I just did just like a mid skin on him, blended it up to about a 2 in the square of the head, just so we can still have like that darkness that blends into like the feathering with his long hair and stuff, in case he wants to push it back. We don't want to create like too short a hair in this area so it doesn't like poke out and stick out on him. As you can tell, like this side of his head right here has a little bit more of like that problem area where like if you go too short, it'll start like shooting out right there. So we don't want to blend too high into it, but still keep like a nice profile where everything's like skin and cleaned up around the ear. And now we're just gonna go through the back, just kind of make sure everything's an even length, maybe create a little layers and nothing crazy. He's got good hair, so.
Thank you, dude. You got me out here looking like a Chinese Dracula and shit, dog. I'm out here.
What would you say is your lineage of comedy? Like, what did you grow up on?
I grew up on watching basically peak Comedy Central.
Ah.
That was like my childhood TV channel rotations, like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Comedy Central. Those were my three like channels I kept on rotation. I ain't watched no Disney Channel growing up. Usually, you know what I mean? Like kids, those are the three kids channels. Like, nah, dude. I grew up on like ABC during the day. You could watch Whose Line Is It Anyways? With Wayne Brady, fucking Wayne Brady and shit. And then Comedy Central after school every day. They always had somebody's like Comedy Central Presents or the comic remix where they were always introducing new comics on television. So I'd always watch that. I literally would just come home and study. I didn't even realize I was studying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was preparing myself for my adult life. I just loved stand-up. I thought it was so funny that you could literally like make a living
Just talking shit.
just talking.
Yeah.
These people get to get paid.
And how old are you?
Funny. I'm 30.
30? All right.
I got plenty of time. I don't know, bro. I just kind of miss when everything was separate. You know, you had the phone, you had the TV, you had the family computer. Everything was separate. It was just, I don't know, dude. It just kind of seemed like people were listening more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. I definitely agree with that. I mean, you know, since you're not that far or younger than me, like, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I remember, like, growing up without the internet. And,
Yeah.
You know.
I remember driving around and I remember seeing people outside, like, especially seeing kids outside. When's the last time you seen kids outside, dude? That's creepy.
I don't ever
You'll never
kids
see
outside.
kids outside. It's so creepy, dude. I'm so used to like, when's the last time you saw a water gun fight in real life?
Never.
Exactly.
I haven't in a long time. I was just talking with my girlfriend about that because I was like, we used to be outside all day long. Like, I remember I'd wake up at like 7 a.m., go bang on all my friends' doors and be like, all right, we're outside playing football, basketball, fucking street hockey, like whatever it was. We were outside until the fucking street lights came on. And
it's crazy how like there was always an activity to do and everybody's parents had bought them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or somebody had like an extra pair of rollerblades.
Yeah.
You remember when we'd be like, yo, put your rollerblades on, dude. Like, yo, I remember blading with the boys back in 03, dude.
No,
I'm just trying to get back to that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get back to that level of happiness. Just drinking Gatorade and rollerblading, you know what I'm saying? Shit was simple. The world we grew up in is dead. That shit is gone, bro.
It's definitely gone, that's for sure.
It's gone, dude.
And I don't know if it's, you know, I think it's like older generations always assume like, you know, that the younger generation is not as good as theirs was. But I don't know if it's for better or worse as far as which way it's going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are more like technologically competent, which I think is good. But I also think people are like forgetting how to be, you know, in-person people.
No, for sure. They're not socially competent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or socially aware of certain things as well.
There's a whole generation of autistic people. Like so many, it's like we know, motherfuckers know how to attach a PDF to an email, but at what cost? Like, oh, our humanity? Damn, dog. Well, here's a copy of the lease, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Just email me. Don't walk into the office. Don't come to the leasing office.
Just a little, if there's any inconsistencies as far as like certain strands that are longer than others, like he said he's pretty happy with the length back here, so I'm just going through and just checking everything, making sure it's even, and just adding a little bit of texture for some layering so it'll have a little bit of movement back there. It won't look as flat, but nothing crazy. Like, as you can tell, I'm just pulling everything out, and then you can kind of see like there's certain hairs that are shorter right there, and these kind of poke out, so you know, I'll just go through and just even all that out. And then the same thing with the top, like we're not taking length off or anything, we're just going through and just creating a little texture, just point cutting it a bit, and any inconsistencies as far as like any longer strands, but it's pretty much just a maintenance trim. I'm pretty sure Michael gets a haircut at least, you know, once a month, maybe once every 2 months or something like that, so We just want to make sure that we're just keeping up with the maintenance that may come from in between those cuts.
Sir.
Do you sign up for Kill Tony every week? Do you throw your name in the bucket?
Oh yeah. I work. Well, I mean, I help produce the show.
Oh, okay.
One of the production interns. It's crazy, bro. Kill Tony's definitely changed my life. Doing dope shit, meeting cool people all the time. Fucking met Post Malone. That was cool.
I bet it was.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh shit. But then again, like the porn star thing, like I mentioned, I was like, oh, Post Malone, cool. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, I met Mandy Muse, fool.
Yeah, but if Mia Khalifa was there, I'd be like, damn, bitch, what's up? So I'd be hyped.
Big fan.
Yeah. And I think people are lucky. I think if you figure out what you are, dude, you're very lucky.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I figured out what I was so early. Because some people live their whole lives not knowing what they are. You know what I mean?
Or they're trying to live for some shit their parents want them to do.
Or they're convinced there's something that they aren't.
Yeah.
And then it's not working for them, and they think they figured out what they are, but they're really just chasing something that's not even really suited for them. You know, like you said, with the parents or something like that. I'm glad I didn't grow up with like both Asian parents. I had an Asian mom and a white dad, so I didn't really have like a stereotypical Asian upbringing where it's like you have to be this or we expect this from you. It was literally my dad was like, dude, you can just get C's. How often do Asian people hear that? Never in their life. I don't have a stereotypical upbringing. My life's never been normal, dude. I had a rough life, dude.
All right, so we're gonna put some style and face in his hair today. Not too much because we don't want to hold it down, but we just want to have something in there so you can, have a nice little smell. We're gonna do some old money today, and as you can see, it's just like a cream, but just something to kind of hold the flyaways down. We'll hook you up with some of this today as well.
Oh, sick, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll get you some wash, some conditioner.
Hell yeah.
And then we'll get you some styling paste, get you a bar soap, all that good stuff.
Nice, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I haven't showered in 4 days, bro. I'm so excited.